till like watching sports. I was watching a football game, and I'm sitting on my couch, and I was going to get something to drink out of the refrigerator. Right when I get up, one team kicked off to the other team. And before I could get back, the guy ran a 100-yard kickoff return, and I missed it. The guy ran 100 yards before I could get 3 to maybe 4 yards. That guy also had 11 people really trying not to let him run 100 yards. I didn't even have an ottoman in my way. It was wide open. I played sports growing up, though. I played baseball, and one time when I was playing, I'm up to bat, I get walked. So I go, I take my base, I get to first base, I turn and I look. The catcher was still holding the ball. And he wasn't, he's staring at me, almost like he's daring me to run. But why don't you see if you can go? I don't think you can go. And I was like, I'm going to go. All right? So I run to second. He throws it to second, overthrows second base, goes in the outfield. I run to third base. They overthrow third base. So my coach is like losing it, like telling me to go home. Like this is about to be an inside the park home run off a walk. I'm about to be on Sports Center. Like this is the biggest thing that's ever happened in sports. So I go, I slide, there's a play at the plate, and then the umpire goes, it was only ball 3. So I have to now get up, I'm dirty, for no reason apparently. I'm out of breath. I gotta pick my bat up exactly where I left it. It's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, immediately strike out. Immediately strike out. The umpire goes, now you can go. Yeah, you're fine. I did learn something, though, that day. What I did learn was that if you're confident, you can get away with quite a bit, Because why didn't anybody stop me? No one stopped. They knew I wasn't supposed to be going, but I was so confident about it that's why the kid was holding the ball going, what? Why is he supposed to be doing this? And then I run to second, and it's like, well, no one's that much of an idiot. I guess I wasn't paying attention. The ball goes in the outfield. The outfield, they're not looking. They think it's a hit, for all they know. And then I guess the umpire at some point realizes it and is just like, well, it's easier for me to get all the way back to him to tell me. At least let me feel what it would feel like to get an inside the park home run off a walk. I was thinking about, too, all the parents in the stands, because, they can't hear what's going on. So they're just, watching this, and then I bat again. They're just I guess I don't understand baseball. I thought I knew. It's just, baseball's changed since I was a kid. You go around like that, you're done. You don't have to get back up there. I don't like these new rules. I like them, and I think it's always great, you see the NBA, any big basketball players, when a team wins a championship, because you see some of the players afterwards, they're like, I want to dedicate this championship to everybody that doubted me my whole life, everybody that said I would never make it, And then the guy stands up, he's 7'2", 340. You want to be like, one more question. No one in your life went on a limb and said, I bet you can go far? Nobody? No one thought you were a tree the first 5 years of your life? I thought your parents were your children. That's how big you are. A lot of times when athletes retire, they can do motivational speaking too. So one type of athlete that you can hire is guys that have climbed Mount Everest. And they go and talk to businesses to motivate them because it's relatable. It's it's not relatable at all. This guy climbed Mount Everest, and he's going to try to talk to people that are trying to park as close as they can to the building. And it's this is the guy. This guy's going to really get us moving. What he does is he asks everybody, he wants to know, he's like, what's your Mount Everest? What's your toughest thing in life? And before you answer, just remember, his is Mount Everest. So it better be pretty good, Mine's I have trouble not stopping at McDonald's late at night. That's how embarrassing. I would be like, they're open. I don't know how long you're on the mountain, but now they're open 24 hours. drink too, which doesn't, like, that doesn't help me and that guy drink. We have pretty big problems, and it's just us two. It's, I don't know. I've had signs that I should quit drinking. One was, I did a show. It was 3 hours outside of Phoenix, Arizona. It was at an Indian casino, which I don't know if you're supposed to say. I don't know. It's not, I don't know. It was like, I don't know what you're supposed to say. It was a casino. There was like crazy amount of Indians there. And so I go, I drive. It's this 3 hour drive to the middle of nowhere. I get there. I do the show. Then I was like, I'm going to go to bed. I had to get up at 7 a.m. just be a normal person. Then I meet this cool Indian dude, and we drink till 5 a.m. So then I have to get up. I sleep 2 hours, get up. I'm walking outside with my roller back. It's like 190 degrees. I'm just questioning everything I've ever done in my life. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And I look up, and there's a wolf. A real wolf. Just in front of my car, just staring at me. Like, and I'm just looking at this wolf. I'm like, why is this wolf? And I'm like looking around because I'm expecting like some guy to be like, sorry, my wolf got loose. And but there's no guy. It's just me and this wolf. And he's just staring at me, and I don't know how to make a wolf leap. You're like, get out of here, wolf. Like, I don't know what like. So I'm just staring, and I'm like looking at him. He's like looking right at me. I said, why is he not leaving? Then I just was like, wait, is that Indian dude I was drinking with last night? Is he a wolf? It wasn't him. The wolf left. The wolf did wander off, and then I got in my car, and I was driving back. And this happened. This doesn't seem real because it's back to back. But I'm driving, and then I get stopped because a helicopter lands in the middle of the road. There's no one around but me and then this helicopter, and it picks up a guy and then flies off. Like, I should have videoed it because it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I'm like hungover, so I'm acting like it happens every day. Like, I'm honking at the helicopter like, all right, out of all days, you couldn't have hovered a second and let me get under? The other one I had was I got real drunk and then locked myself out of my hotel room completely naked. Yeah, I've done that in my 2-year-old daughter's lifetime. So if she hears this and she's like, oh, was that college? It's like, no, that's when you were the most dependent on me. Here's what, look, I don't know why I was sleeping naked. You just sleep naked when you're drunk. I don't do it normal. I think it's gross. But that day I was like, we should try that. Let's see what that's about. And then I remember, I was like, I gotta put the do not disturb sign on. So I walk and I open the door. Do not disturb sign, you can crack the door and it would fit outside. But acting like I was like moving a couch outside. And I was like opening it with my body. And then I step outside and I heard the door shut, which was the most sobering noise I've ever heard in my entire life. I was like, this is not good at all, like, you're way too far. I'm holding this do not disturb sign, which is pointless. It's like I just walked out to be like a real do not disturb sign just for the hallway. I was like, don't come down here. We're not ready. So I'm standing there and I'm like, all right, what are you gonna do, So I look and there's a window. I was like, I could jump out of that. That's easier than having to explain this to my wife. And then I look to the left and there was a cleaning lady. And she's just staring at me. And the reason she's there is because it's 11 a.m. That's how far in the day it is. And I'm just like looking at it, and look, and I don't have a body that, like, when she sees it, I'm like, you're welcome, It's like, I'm sorry, look, I don't know. So I looked at her, and she knew what I needed, Like, we didn't really talk. Like, I just kind of looked at her like, this happens to the best of us, right? And she looked at me like, it does not happen. She just let me back in my room. When I told my comic buddies, they tried to make me feel better. They're like, I wouldn't even worry about it. I bet she sees stuff like that all the time. And I was like, I bet I'm in her top 3. She might walk in on people naked, but no one ever charges at her naked and then needs her help, Someone might run by her and laugh. No one goes up to her like, look, you're the most important person in my life right now. And I need you to be on board with all of this, all right? Don't ask questions. I'll mix, you gotta lose weight. You try to like go, like you ever do vodka soda when you wanna lose weight? Like, I'll do vodka soda. And then you drink it like beer and you wake up in the street. But you're like, I'm not bloated, and that's nice, you know? It feels so good, just a little, you're finding any little thing. It all does, it leads to the eating. Like, I mean, look, I don't need help eating bad at all. I'll do it naturally. And drinking just makes it, the decision that much easier. I'm a big, like, I do all chain stuff. I like my restaurants to be doing good everywhere in the country. I just want to go, you know, wherever I go in the world. I've eaten McDonald's in Dubai. Because I'm like, well, I want to see what they're doing, you know? Like, what's their McDonald's like? It's a little different. And Applebee's, I'm a big fan of Applebee's, you know? I was really just whatever. If I eat somewhere that's not Applebee's, I will only eat what Applebee's would serve. Like, if Applebee's is not on board with it, I'm not going to be, you know? Organic is big. Everyone wants to eat organic, but it's weird. I don't even know what it is. I'm just like, I don't want to eat this. And, you know, I go in, like, you order it, then I'm just like, can I have all your ketchup? I think I want to eat all of it. And they're like, yeah, we make our own ketchup. You're like, of course you do. Well, I'm going to leave now because, you know, let Heinz do it. They're doing so good at ketchup. Like, why? I eat at Walmart. You can eat there. It's fine. They're fine with it. And Walmart's great. They're always open. No one likes, you know, no one likes Walmart, but they're always open. That's why they're great. There was a fire at a Walmart, and they did not shut down. They remained open during the fire. Like, some people didn't even know there was a fire. Other people thought they were just selling fire. Like, that's not that crazy of a thing. I'm a Walmart guy. I think I'm in the middle, you know? I'm not Kmart. I'm not Target, you know? I'm not old money. I don't think I'm better than everybody. I'm just right in the middle. You ever go to Kmart? Like, Kmart doesn't even look open when you go in there. You just walk in, you're like, you guys about to close? Are you getting looted or something? They're like, no, we're open. Are you? Are you going to cut the lights on that side of the store? Maybe get some stuff, you know? Kmart looks like where you go buy stuff if you're about to open a new Kmart. If you needed shelves for your Kmart, you'd go in there and be like, this is good. I think we're going to do it right here. There was a lot of Kmart